I will never get back the 3 hours that Men's Health stole from me, but I might get back a functional relationship. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Welcome everyone to the web series where two best friends test out all the tips from the internet so that you don't have to.
So today, we are going to be turning a regular t-shirt into a vintage t-shirt. Today's tips come from menshealth.com, improbably, but I found it on Pinterest, which many people use.
I just got sad, and why are we doing this? There's only four things you need. Well, technically 5, but 4 things. And it's obviously a new shirt that you are embarrassed by. It looks so new and hideous that you can't stand to wear. I know, such a nice new shirt. You need some salt. Everyone has that. And you need a sodium carbonate washing soda. What?
Don't even worry about it, because we're going to get to what that is in a second.
All right, I'm going to calm down then.
You just take your baking soda, put it on a cookie sheet or whatever, roasting pan, get it in there for 30 minutes at 400. Something happens, chemically turns into washing soda. You're welcome.
And then you also need some sandpaper. Now, this is leaving out another sort of 5th thing. You also need a washing machine and a dryer. I don't know. So in other words, you either need your own washing machine that you can ruin and are willing to replace for several $100s, or a laundromat and $20 worth of quarters.
And then the day that you spend at the laundromat.
And then the time, which you will never get back. You start by mixing together 2 cups of salt. That seems like the whole thing. Whatever. 2 cups of salt and a 1/4 cup of the sodium carbonate washing soda. I would wear gloves. Just, that's a pro tip from me. So step 3 is you take the little piece of sandpaper and you kind of brush at the plastic, any kind of plastic lettering, because that has a coating that our mixture isn't going to erode fast enough.
So my t-shirt comes from the least winningest softball team in the history of grad student softball intramural leagues. We wore this probably 3 times before we didn't make it into the playoffs.
So I've taken something from my boyfriend's drawer. He's out of town, so, it's a tanker. It's one of the most obnoxious tank tops I've ever seen.
It's just obnoxious enough that you don't care about the fight you're inevitably going to get in when he finds out you took one of his shirts and you ruined it on purpose as a joke.
Right, for our web series that 3 people are going to watch. If it were a thing that I might wear when I'm sleeping alone because my relationship's been destroyed by the shirt, then that'd be a victory and also a huge loss.
Kind of turned out like poop, huh? I mean, mine did.
Like it peeled off.
It just peeled off. And so I was like, no need to abrade. I thought, here's a chance to win. And we just lost again. Machine in the garden. I would only probably wear this to work out, but the neck is so small that it feels like a baby is choking me, and I would have anxiety the whole time I was working out. Lest you make the mistake I make, you're not going to make a shirt like this look better just by getting softer. The free t-shirt is always going to be a little bit ugly because they're all for men who are shaped like Legos.
Also, the sodium carbonate process. I did not take the time to get the sandpaper. And I remembered that once I got home, I used a cheese grater instead, like this. I used this micro planer. It was like rubbing a small vicious animal back and forth on the shirt. It just like made a lot of holes. Yeah. Lessons learned. I think like, you know what? Rome was not built in a day. Okay, you can't vintage a shirt in only 3 washes.
Or wear it down yourself, but no one wants to do that because we don't have the time.
How dare you?
We don't have the time. We don't have the time.
The experiment was not great and also added level of relationship anxiety. Now I've ripped 1,000 tiny holes into it with a cheese grater. It's going to be a tough sell.
Well, there's not much more to say than that. I think that kind of sums it up.
I'm sorry. Sorry, honey. I love it. I love my new shirt.